Welcome, purveyors of imitation butter oil flavoring, to Geek Salad episode 269. It was the best of times. It was the blurst of times. Oh, you stupid monkey.
How Dickensian of you.
Mike's editing, so he's probably going to put that in for the audio if it hasn't done so already. Yeah. If future Andy has anything to say about it. So, but speaking of which, I'm Andy.
I'm Mike.
I'm Joe.
I'm Catherine.
And tonight we are continuing our look at the summer because it is summer movie season. We just got reserved our tickets to go see The Odyssey.
Ooh.
Which all the chuds on Facebook are saying is going to be an absolute epic dumpster fire.
Nope.
So
the critics are saying it's absolutely amazing. So.
Right, exactly. I'm actually looking forward to seeing what what Bob Chipman has to say about it, because that's the guy I usually am the go-to when it comes to trusting anybody on their reviews, because even though I don't always agree with him, I always do kind of agree with him in a lot of ways. So
I respect his opinion.
Yes, that's a great way. Yes, I respect his opinion. That's a great way of putting it. So we're talking about summer movies tonight, and what we're going to be doing is we've each picked one. Some cases there might be a little deviation here or there. One summer movie each that we feel is underappreciated, either via box office or via just overall legacy, something that people have just kind of forgotten about. And also, in turn, the opposite of that. A movie that we feel is overpraised, and that's going to be our thing. So if you're trying to figure out what the hell I'm talking about as I try to update our social media stuff, good luck. Oh, good Lord. Why does it keep copying this? Never mind. I'll do it afterwards. So anyway, let's get started here. No, let me ask you guys a question. I'll take a vote from the three of you here. Do you want to start positive, or do you want to get mean?
Let's start positive.
Okay.
That's a good.
There's a lot of meanness in the world right now.
Yeah.
I was actually going to say opposite, but whatever.
I feel like, well, it depends which part's going to be the more fun part, because I always like to save that for last.
Oh, the mean stuff is going to be the more fun part then, because that's when we're going to get people really angry at us.
Well, I'm not. I know I'm going to be mad at someone here.
Yeah, I know you will. Because oh, good Lord. And I can't wait to have to defend that.
Yeah.
Yep.
This thing will not copy. I don't understand that. Oh, there we go. Boom. All right, cool. Anyway, let us start. So, who wants to go first?
You started it, Andy. You go.
Okay.
You're gonna start trouble.
Well, I'm going to start. Yeah, I'm going to talk. I'm not really going to talk shit straight out of the gate. But I'm already, much like the swings of the summer heat, I have the hottest of hot takes here. A movie I feel that does not get enough love is the summer of 1992's Alien 3.
That is the hottest of hot take and the wrongest of wrong takes, Root.
I completely agree with you. I think Alien 3 is fun and cool.
Thank you, Catherine. And I knew I could count on you for this. Catherine and I have this simpatico.
I'm sorry, Andy. I'm gonna have to lean with Mike on this one.
Yeah. Jim agrees with us. We've got Joe.
It wasn't. I'm not going to say it was dog shit, but it lost me. It really did.
I think it gave us a good preview of what movie discourse would be like 30 years later, because it was very much not the sequel that everybody had written in their heads. Like the writer's room in everybody's brain thought that we were going to Aliens 2, kind of like, Rambo, First Blood Part 2.
Right.
And it's not what we got. We got we got a lower key, darker story of survival where in Aliens, it was all rocks out with your cocks out with the guns and all that stuff. And this is like what they don't have anything. They don't have guns. They're primarily maybe using some flamethrowers and whatever rudimentary weapons they have there. But because it's a prison planet, there's no, they're not allowed weapons. They have to kind of use their wits. And in a lot of cases, other inmates to survive the alien.
It's almost like Sigourney Weaver used her star power to say no guns.
She did.
She did. So if you don't like the fact that there's no guns, that's Sigourney Weaver's fault.
But
and
I think
also like people that thought that the movie would go different include Michael Biehn, who was like, "No, you can't use my image. I don't want to be dead. We formed a family unit. We should get to keep that." And he's like, "If I'd known where David Fincher was going, I would have been like, yes, please, use my image. Just put me in one of your future movies, please."
Joe goes over is watching us, and he said, "Fuck Alien 3." And
wow.
This is where I would completely agree with him. They did Hicks and dirty, the dirtiest of dirty.
They did Hicks and Newt dirty, and that's where it lost me right off the bat. I was like, okay.
All right, so I got a question for you then. Where do you go with those two characters other than, we're a happy family unit now fighting aliens?
I have an answer.
Where do you? Yeah,
I have an answer. It's an Audible original, Alien 3 as a novel done completely differently.
Really?
And you get Michael Biehn and Lance Henriksen doing the voices of their characters in that, and Ripley's is in a coma or something.
Wow. Okay.
And they get really big into the Weyland-Yutani and the competitor corporation, which is why Weyland-Yutani is trying to get the xenomorph.
They should have done the part where Ripley was cryo sleep. Oh, okay.
So if you want to get into the deep lore, that's where you want to go. Is this audio drama on Audible?
Okay. I mean, what I appreciate about this movie is that it had the balls to do this in the first place, above and beyond everything else. Especially because I feel like '92. I mean, it was subverting expectations left and right. I mean, for fuck's sake, it was the same summer that Batman Returns came out.
Right.
And it's just like this is where we were going to go. Now, it doesn't excuse Alien Resurrection, no matter what version of that you've watched.
I still prefer Alien Resurrection over Alien 3.
I think for me, this felt more like. Well, and I mentioned this before, the whole genreization of all of the Alien movies, at least within the quadrilogy. There's the horror movie, the action movie. This is the independent film, and then Resurrection is the foreign film. This is what I feel. It wasn't what the fans wanted, but I feel like to give Ripley at the very least catharsis. To give her what we all assumed was going to be the ending that she needed. Perfect. She was going to be infected by the alien queen, and she delivers that. She delivers the new queen as she's falling into the molten lead. She clutches it to her breast like a baby before she just disappears. And I thought that was brilliant.
It took longer for that alien to pop out than any other alien in the entire history of the genre.
Wow. Well, that is plotline convenience. That happens everywhere. I mean, there's always somebody who's got, well, I'm infected. Okay, well, 2 days later, okay, I'm gonna. God, I don't feel so good now.
So, yeah, something I ate don't agree with me. I think I had some salad. I had some lettuce.
Joe's throwing out a lot. Joe goes over is throwing out a lot of stuff here. Dan Hidea's back and shoulder hair scarier than most aliens in the franchise. Well, I remember when Resurrection came out. I was working at Suncoast, take a drink, and one of the guys I work with came. He walks in after seeing it. He walks into the store after seeing it, is like, all this technology that can put people into cryosleep and transport people to distant galaxies. They still haven't figured out technology to shave down Hidea's back.
Boom.
Yeah. So I mean that's Alien 3. I've always had a soft spot for it. Sure, you know what? And again, I can understand why people didn't like it, but I simply enjoy the fact I wasn't spoon-fed something, or essentially getting Cameron Light.
Yeah.
And
I didn't need Cameron Light. I just needed something other than that.
Okay, well, I truly enjoyed it, Catherine. Thank you for agreeing with me on that. And also, it's weird because it's actually a really good Elliot Goldenthal score, and I'm not the biggest Elliot Goldenthal fan.
Yeah, it's a good story. The actors really bring their A game. You got Charles Dance all over the place.
God. Yeah, I mean, he's playing the Janet Leigh role there because he dies pretty quick.
Yeah.
But you've also got you got Pete Postlethwaite in there.
Yep.
He
does a heck of a job.
Yeah. I think it's a very interesting take on it, and it's subject. I mean, the actual visual effects of doing a stop motion alien, not great, but I did like that they kind of showed that it's not just after humans. It impregnates a dog, and that's why it has that shape. And yeah, I enjoyed it. It took risks that I appreciated. So, who wants to go next? Because
I'll go next.
All right.
From my underrated but liked movie, I picked 1996's Twister.
I agree.
It's been forever since I've seen it. This was one that played a lot at Suncoast. So the only thing that stuck out to me about it was when Bill Paxton says he's only in it for the money.
Yeah, but he did so good. It was so good.
Joe goes over one last thing to mention about Alien 3 here.
Yeah.
It was just too mean for my taste. How they couldn't even let Ripley just die in the furnace. They had to have the last moment of agony for her.
Well, I think she was at peace. I mean, if you look at her face, she was at peace with it.
Exactly the opposite. Yeah, she was
Because
at peace, and she was keeping. Well, she was keeping the alien queen restrained to make sure it couldn't escape. And so she knew that she was dying. She was never going to have to wake up to this again, and she was killing a queen with her. Because she's like, this has been Ripley's life, is that she fought an alien, she goes to sleep, has some period of misery after finding out her daughter's dead, and then fights more aliens, and then goes to sleep, and then comes out of it and finds out her new daughter and new boyfriend are dead and has to fight aliens again. She's had a shit, time of it for for her recent waking life. She's like, cut me, coach, and cut this bitch too before she gets away from us and does more damage. So she's going away victorious.
Yeah.
Anyway, how did we dispatch the aliens in the movie Twister?
The Twister
and an F5 tornado.
And Joe goes over and says, Twister is one of my favorite awful movies. It's so dumb but brilliant.
I don't, see, okay, so, well, it's one of those things, because it was very successful. I mean, $492 million on a budget of $92 million.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was
it was a hit. It's one of those good old-fashioned blockbusters where you don't have to think too much about it. You just go in, you enjoy it. But the thing is, after it was released and it went through its theater run, it kind of fell off the cultural map. and nobody really thought about it until the sequel came out a couple years ago. You know, and everybody remembers, oh yeah, Bill Paxton was in Twister. Oh, Helen Hunt was in Twister. Oh yeah,
Carrie Elwes was in Twister.
Well, it's one of those movies that you don't think about until, you know, somebody like says something like, oh yeah, I remember watching that movie in the theater, and why haven't I watched it since then?
Philip Seymour Hoffman was in Twister.
Right. I mean, they had a huge all-star cast, you know, and it's like, okay, and on its face, it should not be successful. Okay. It's like a movie about tornadoes. It's like, all right, well, we already had The Wizard of Oz, and the tornado did its thing in the first 5 minutes. You know?
Joe Goes Over has got a few comments here. Says, God, the science in that movie is just ridiculous. We've Got Cows was all over the place that year.
Yes, it was.
Philip Seymour Hoffman was awful in that film. Cringe-inducing.
You know what the funny thing is too? Because again, most of my viewing of it, like I did actually sit and watch it, but most of my passive viewing, I was under the impression that the tornado had a vendetta for Helen Hunt's family.
Yes,
it was like this one tornado that killed her dad, and now it's after her.
Right, exactly. This 1.5 tornado.
That was also her character's perspective, if I recall correctly. I saw it in theaters and never again.
So, I was just about to bring this up, but Joe Goes Over brought it up first. Jaws 4 of tornadoes. The tornadoes after her.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like I said, it was, you know, in 1996, I just finished college. It was a stupid movie. I enjoyed it. I thought it was just good, stupid fun. That's all it was. Nothing I had to think too hard about.
Yeah, I'm going to be interested. Yeah, go ahead, Joe. Sorry.
And sometimes that's all you need. Now, I haven't watched the sequel, and I have no interest in watching the sequel because, like, you did it once. What are you going to do again? Rehash the old story?
Yeah, I don't know if I want to buy a Ford, be told I need to buy a Ford truck now. Actually, Twister is celebrating its 30th anniversary, so I'm going to be interested in seeing what M has to think about this one when we go into a more in-depth discussion about Twitter. My God, Twister later this year.
Your brain
What was Joe saying now? Yeah, my brain is broken. Yeah, he went and got himself corporate sponsors. He's did it for the money. Yep. Real Storm Chasers probably put up a long that line. Yeah. It's just, I mean, I don't know exactly how much. I'm sure there's a behind the scenes thing, and Jan de Bont probably just ignored all of them. It's like, I did Speed. I shot Die Hard. What do you want? But all I got to say is, like, the summer of 90s. Yeah.
Well, he was going to do the Godzilla movie before creative differences made him leave, and he ended up signing onto Twister.
Ironic, because the guys who ended up doing the Godzilla movie were the guys that beat him at the box office at the summer, because it was Roland Emmerich and Gene Devlin doing Independence Day.
Yep.
My God, we hated ourselves in 96. Like, every movie was just like, okay, cool. How do we destroy the earth? How do we destroy the land? All right. Who's up next?
I mean, I'll go. Sure.
Sounds good.
First off, I do have a quick honorable mention. Oh, actually, first, Joe Goes Over is gonna finish us up with Joe as a child with the TV saying F5 was coming years before a Fujita scale was a thing. Also, Fujita rates tornadoes after the hit. Didn't know all that.
Yeah.
Nope.
I don't know why they bothered to name a tornado after the browser refresh command anyway, but
yeah. I do have an honorable mention for 1992's Stay Tuned, the John Ritter.
Oh, that was a fun movie.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
It's a fun movie. It's not good, but it's fun. I forget who played the wife in that one.
Pam Dauber.
That's right. It was Mindy.
Yep. The two stalwarts of 70s TV have joined together, and now they're doing a movie.
Yeah, and I want to say the devil was played by Jeffrey Jones.
Yep.
So strangely prescient right there. Oh yeah, and there was Chuck Jones animation too.
Oh, that had some of the best animation. That was so much. The animated parts was so much fun.
I really need to rewatch that movie. It's been a while, but I remember really having fun with it. But my actual pick is 1985's Return to Oz.
A movie that caused residual trauma to every child who saw it.
Yep. But if you read the books, you know that The Wizard of Oz, the original 1939 classic, very little to do with the actual books.
Oh God, yeah.
No.
And then you watch Return to Oz, and you're like, yeah, that's what Baum wanted. That's what Baum liked. That's what he wrote.
Yep, that's
creepy, slightly off kilter, slightly terror-inducing, but also slightly goofy.
We watched this not too long ago because it was just one of those things that, especially because Autumn was a child when she first saw that movie. And so I feel like sometimes a lot of those quote unquote children's movies from the mid 80s are just like her having to deal with her childhood trauma. And because everything in that movie is designed to kill you. And it's one of those things. I totally get it, Mike. In terms of it being an underrated gem because it is, it's very ambitious.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I mean,
it might be more ambitious than it deserves to be.
Look at all the costumes and effects. I mean, for 1986, TikTok, the what were those things? The guy with the wheels on the hands. I forget what they were called.
I forget that there was.
What are they called? The wheelies?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
You mean the dime store Starlight Express?
Yeah.
And then there were all like the women heads screaming.
Yeah. Queen Morba.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny. Sorry, go ahead.
The part where TikTok had wound down on like one of his things, and he continued to talk, but he was talking without thinking. And somebody's like, "How is he doing that?" And Dorothy's like, "People at home do this all the time." Like that line stuck with me more than any. Like I saw that in theaters, and I've probably seen it at least once since, but it stuck with me.
It's kind of funny when it's kind of funny when you consider how dark the movie is and compare it to like the VHS cover. I'm pulling it up right now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And the VHS cover gives you no clue whatsoever what the effed up acid trip that movie is.
Yeah. Joe goes over and says Fairuza Balk later on growl. Then he says, "Yeah, I read The Wizard of Oz as a child, and yeah, it was grim. Tin Woodsman lopping off monkey heads left and right."
Oh my God! Yeah, that's the thing too. It's like you're just like, okay, I think it finally settled into what they're trying to get into this movie, and then there's the Hall of Heads.
Yep. And then after that, you got the Goblin King, who is literally changing everybody into whatever.
Yeah. By the way, Mike, I want to give you the tagline to this movie that's on the poster. It's an all-new live-action fantasy filled with Disney adventure and magic.
Okay.
Yeah. This is also Disney in 1986 when Michael Eisner was at the height of his power.
I don't know if he just joined the company like a year or two before. This is probably already in like deep production by the time he finally showed up.
John says, "Love to Return to Oz." Combined two of my favorite Oz books.
Okay.
And Joe goes over and says, "I kind of feel like Terry Gilliam was a bit inspired by this film when he did Baron Munchausen later."
I could see that.
I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Return to Oz parade float caught fire in storage. It was trying to get everyone.
So yeah, I mean, again, I think this is a fine movie. It's just like I mean, if you take it as it is in terms of the fact that there is no faithful adaptation of a bound book.
Yeah. This is the
and
closest
then
thing you're going to get.
right.
Yep.
Right. Exactly.
But I think everyone went in and was like, oh, a new Oz movie. Yeah, it's going to have music and it's going to have fun, happy. No. Read the books and then try to go watch it.
Walt Disney finally got to do Oz. Oh God.
Yeah, and that's why it was underrated. Everyone went in expecting Wizard of Oz Part 2. Instead, they got the books.
Yeah, I think my mother was familiar with the books. I think we actually read them some. Like she had copies, and so this was more what she was. So she like kind of braced us and was like, "This is not going to be like that. This is being purported as to being more true to the books, which means it's going to be weird." When she took us to see it, I was 11,
and it was weird.
It was weird. Wasn't expecting the shock therapy, but here we are.
Yeah, I liked it, but I was partly because I was ready for it to be very different.
Yeah, there you go. Your mother did it right.
Yep.
All right. Well, Catherine, what's your positive pick here?
All right, my positive pick, something that was weird and didn't perform well in theaters, but I enjoyed and has since gotten a cult following, is Hudson Hawk.
I agree. I think this is what it had to be.
Yeah, it's cartoony and fun, and like I didn't see this one in theaters. I saw this at like a friend's house. They rented it, from the VHS not long after it came out. I definitely watched this in the early 90s, and it was just the right level of goofy.
Yeah.
Andy, did we review this one for the channel?
We did this one with Tom Green about like 5 or 6 years ago.
That's right. I vaguely remember watching it, and I don't think I was too crazy about it. I know you loved it. I think I was like, it's fine.
Sandra Bernhardt is just chewing every piece of scenery she can find.
Oh my God. It's just like, you've got gay icon Sandra Bernhardt and Richard E. Grant in that.
Richard E. Grant can't not chew scenery.
No, exactly. But he is so good in it. Honestly, and this might just go with my opinion of Andie MacDowell. She is the weakest link in the entire movie.
She usually is.
Yeah.
I like Andie MacDowell, but she's usually the weakest link.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. If they'd had Trini Alvarado, who has a similar look and can carry a movie better.
Right, and didn't have to face the indignity of having completely been dubbed over in Greystoke, Lord of Tarzan, Lord of the King of the Apes, or whatever. Yeah, there's your Jeep cut.
Yeah.
Oh, hey. I'm looking at this one on Wikipedia. Did not realize they had great Frank Stallone in it.
Yes, in fact, I think he's credited as like being like one of the Mario brothers.
Cesar Mario.
Yeah, so he's one of the Mario brothers, and they make a comment about that he's smarter than his brother. Wah, wah. Yeah. I mean, and part of this too is like I think it plays well into how big of a jerk Bruce Willis is. I don't know now. Now that we know more about his health issues, it would have been coming. It would have really been making itself known in his brain at this point, and so it's just it's just him having a good time. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it reeks of a vanity project.
It does, but everybody else is having so much fun making the movie. It's okay.
It doesn't matter, and because of all the nonsense of bringing Leonardo da Vinci into it. And like, oh, he was doing alchemy. It's just like, what the hell? What is this movie?
Way in advance of the Da Vinci Code. We've got other silly Da Vinci-ness.
I think it'd be hilarious if Dan Brown got the inspiration from the Da Vinci Code from watching this movie.
Hudson Hawk. Oh my god.
That would be amazing.
That would be perfect.
Oh, he flies off the rails whenever anybody brings it up.
I can't remember how it came up, but I was just like, I need to show this movie to my husband as we were like getting to know each other, and therefore, like, one of the things you do is show each other your favorite movies. And I was like, I need to get a copy of Hudson Hawk, and he was like, yeah, this is dumb, I love it.
That's fantastic. That is awesome. I gotta look to see where it's streaming. They don't own a copy of it.
I don't know if it is. I think I had to buy it on a 4-pack.
Oh, okay. Ah, fuck. Howdy. Which is like pay Roku. Oh, by the way, you were wondering about Stay Tuned. You can stream that on Tubi.
Mm-hmm.
But
okay, so Andy, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Was the Hawk always the mascot for Hudson school teams, or was it only after this movie?
It should have been after this movie, but no, it was always the Hudson Hawks. As long as I moved to Hudson, Mass when I was 5 years old, and they've always been the Hawks.
All right, that's been one of the things I've been wondering, and I'm glad to have the answer.
Yeah, it was a weird time when that movie came out, and I think we went to a midnight showing of that movie.
Joe goes over. It's got a couple of quote comments here. I never saw either film, but my brain confuses Hudson Hawk with The Adventures of Ford Fairlane.
No.
No. They both. Here's the thing about both of those movies. They both come across as arrogant jerks, but like Hudson Hawk is far better supporting cast, whereas Ford Fairlane, you've got Morris Day. And that's about it.
Yeah, I'd completely forgotten about Ford Fairlane until
another movie I saw on opening night. Yeah, Ford Fairlane, Hudson Hawk. I had a lot of expendable cash in 90 and 91. I made a lot of bad decisions.
And Joe also says his music career as Bruno was his real vanity project.
Every time you bring that up, I want a Seagram's Golden Wine Cooler, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the only. God, now I get the stupid song stuck in my head.
God damn it! Wine tariffs.
I guess
it was.
I want my wine coolers.
I just thought it was funny, the idea of like, okay, we have this much time until the alarm goes off. I know exactly the song length to sing. I just think that's a goof-tastic concept. It's like, in case you thought we were being serious, we really, really aren't.
Oh my god! And it showed up in the trailer. And that's it. And the funniest part about this whole thing, when you think about 1991, this movie is directed by Michael Lehman, whose previous movie was Heathers.
Oh my god!
Yeah, Daniel Waters and Michael Lehman were the writer-director combo of Heathers and then Hudson Hawk.
This is
and then Daniel Waters went on to write Batman Returns. So, yeah, sorry, I'm full of movie knowledge today.
I guess
that's fine.
Joe says that both Hudson Hawk and Ford Fairlane came out within a year of each other.
They did, 90 and 91.
Wow.
Yeah. And you know what the weird thing is, too, is that Rennie Harlan had 2 movies out in 1990, in the summer of 1990. The other one, the Bruce Willis starring Die Hard 2, Die Harder.
Well, I can't say anything bad about Rennie Harlan because he also directs one of my favorite movies, Deep Blue Sea.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say The Long Kiss Goodnight, but that's...
No, Deep Blue Sea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Motherfucking sharks on this motherfucking underwater sea station.
Hey Andy, do you remember the fake advice column Ask Andrew Dice Clay?
Oh god, I don't, but I have a feeling it's awful.
It was in our lit mag, and it's awful. I can't remember if it was like you or Pern or somebody wrote that.
It was definitely not me. It definitely wasn't me.
It would have been Perm. That sounds like a Perm thing.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Very Jeff Parenti. Yeah. And I have all the copies of the issues that I was involved with, so I will share that later.
Oh my god. Yeah. Catherine's scanner is going to be working all hours tonight.
It's only like a page.
Yeah. Okay. Still, I miss Pern.
He's a civil engineer, last I knew.
Yeah, I know. Every once in a while, his face pops up on Facebook, and I'm like, I know he's only just like wishing people happy birthdays. So, all right, let's get down to it. What?
One last thing from Joe Goes Over Here.
Yeah.
I remember when Clay got a network sitcom, so he had to pretend he turned over a new leaf, and it got canceled, and he was right back to the shit show.
Yeah.
You know what the crazy thing is now? Is that he's actually a well-respected actor. Like, he shows up in good stuff now.
Does he?
Really?
He does, yeah. So, like, I remember when he so he did the Woody Allen movie Blue Jasmine, that won Cate Blanchett an Oscar. He was in it, and he was really good. And then Scorsese cast him for that show Vinyl. I don't know if you remember that one with Bobby Cannavale.
Yeah.
About like yeah. So he's in that, and then he showed up in Pam and Tommy. He does a lot of stuff now. He's like, and he's able to kind of get over that thing that he was doing. Because oh god, I remember like I back when I was paying for Sirius satellite radio. Every once in a while, I'd turn on Raw Dog Comedy, and they played dice, and I'm like, why did I think this was funny when I was 17? What the hell is wrong with me?
You were 17.
I believe it's called drugs.
Oh no, it was not drugs. It was just
it's just being 17.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh boy.
We were all there.
I wasn't.
Exactly. No, you weren't there, but oh my god, everybody, hickory dickory dock. So
no, but we were there when Danny was 17. So
yeah, that's true. You guys were there for me. All right, let's do this. So these are movies that are well regarded, but in our humble opinions, might be overpraised, not hated, but definitely overpraised. And I'm going to tell Joe Goes Over right now to buckle up, Buttercup.
He's ashamed of young him buying garbage from Andrew Dice Clay.
Yeah, I bought. Yeah, we all on the day the laughter died.
We all did.
Yeah, we all. Oh,
Not
God.
me.
Especially that stupid.
You all did.
That double cassette, The Day the Laughter Died. Yeah, I know exactly why the laughter died. There was a joke on that thing. My God.
He's asking if we're going to rip on heavy metal again. Nope, no heavy metal this time.
Nope. All right, here we go. Oh, boy. And I've got, again, the hottest of hot takes here.
And the wrongest of wrong tape.
I've got my reasons. Overpraised. Not hated. Because I will not say I hate this movie, but I did a rewatch of it recently, and I feel like my opinion of the movie is pretty much where it's been for years. 1986's Big Trouble in Little China. I feel like out of the John Carpenter, Kurt Russell joints, this is the weakest out of all of them, primarily because I think Carpenter and Russell did so much better when Russell is just playing quiet, when he's playing, a man of few words, man of action, and to turn Jack Burton, who insists upon himself. Joe. Oh, dear.
Don't you drag me into this.
I'm just saying.
You're on your own on this one, not Andy.
I know, but you're very much it insists upon itself. I feel like this movie insists upon itself. Again.
It is not The Godfather, okay?
It is not yet. No, it's definitely not The Godfather. But it's. I feel like this movie was.
It's not you too.
It seems like Joe Goes Over also disagrees with you because he says, "What the hell are you fuck?" Meanwhile, Swordsman 111982 says 90% of Tarantino's catalog. I would agree.
Hey, Kevin.
Hey, Kevin. Yeah, I
Big
just
Trouble in Little China is easily Carpenter's second best film.
I have to agree with him. I have to agree with him.
Second best.
I'm guessing he's going to put The Thing above it.
Oh, the thing, yeah.
Oh yeah. The Thing. I mean, the Thing was released in the summer, and The Thing is a brilliant movie because it relies on everybody's strengths, and it works that low budget so masterfully.
Yeah, Joe Goes Over has The Thing as number one. Oh, he says Halloween is meh.
That's a hot take.
And Catherine. Your coworker says Big Trouble is his favorite Carpenter.
Wow, Andy, you are alone in the wilderness in this one.
I think you might be alone.
Yeah, don't think I didn't know what I was doing here. Again, I don't feel it's not a bad movie at all. In fact, I mean, I think for what it cost to make the movie, it looks great. There's a lot of good ideas in the movie. But here's the thing about this movie, though, is that this is a movie I've spent the last 40 years being told that I have to love. And when I watch it, I'm like,
oh, I understand
fine.
now.
It's fine. It's not a bad, I mean, it's not like some of Carpenter's later real paycheck movie work, but I feel like Ghost of Mars. Yeah, didn't you do a Dracula movie?
Probably.
Oh yes. Not Dracula. Yeah, I know exactly.
Like Dracula 2000, I think. Yeah.
No, John Carpenter was Bon Jovi. Was in that.
Oh, okay. I don't even remember. But
Vampires.
I mean, the thing
John Carpenter's Vampires.
I feel like with this movie,
Mahogany.
Is that what it's called, Mahogany?
No, it's called John Carpenter's Vampires. But the line, one of the lines is mahogany, solid teak.
Oh God. I just, and again, I feel like.
Oh jeez, I have summoned my husband with that line.
Oh no. You've awoken the other Joe.
Oh, the third Joe this time because Joe
says, I got all the Joes.
Yeah, we got all the Joes here.
I'm not really into horror, so I won't rate Halloween high on Carpenter's filmography. I like Memoirs of the Invisible Man better than Halloween. R.I.P. Sam Neill.
Oh.
Yeah, R.I.P. Sam Neill.
So here's the other thing too. I actually watched Escape from New York a couple days ago, just to kind of give myself a level set on where I stood with the Russell Carpenter joints. Escape from New York is fantastic. In fact, it was better on my most current viewing than I remember it being 20 years ago when last time I watched it. And I just feel like there's a lot of ideas here. And quite honestly, my problem with this movie are the Caucasians. Kim Cattrall is just there. She gets in the way an awful lot in this movie.
That is the point, The point is that the Caucasians are they're the heroes. No, they're not.
That's kind of the point.
Yeah, they're portrayed to be the heroes, but they're the least heroic things in this movie. The sidekick characters, they're the heroes of this movie. So the whole movie is designed to flip the entire genre on its head in what is what it kind of became. It's white people, good, Asian people, sidekicks. No, that is completely opposite this one.
Yeah, I feel like, and also I'm not a fan. Jack Burton became a fan to a lot. A lot of guys became a fan of Jack Burton. It's kind of okay, so we found an even more arrogant Indiana Jones. Someone who again stumbles through. Indiana Jones was never ahead of the curve with the Nazis, but he is far more charming than Jack Burton was. He
knocks himself out in the beginning of the battle and ends up unconscious for most of it.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your hero, ladies and gentlemen. He's Mitchell.
But
Yeah,
he does say
I-
the check is in the mail.
Yeah.
Yeah, Andy, I totally get it. It's like you were told this was awesome and you watched it and you were like you had yourself hyped up to think it was awesome. Whereas if like you hadn't been hyped up, you probably would have enjoyed it more.
Maybe. And that's the thing too, because this wasn't a box office hit, but it was one of those movies that was like, it is like it won the Eddie and the Cruisers and Beastmaster Award for most watched movie on HBO the year it premiered on HBO. That kind of.
We got a few comments coming in here.
Okay, and the winner of this year's Beastie is.
You're getting hammered.
I can't remember. I'm sorry, I can't remember your coworker's name, Catherine.
Kevin.
Yeah,
Hey, Kevin.
The white people being the sidekicks is the point. Wang does everything. True. Joe goes over says we should be thankful to Escape from New York because it led to Escape from LA. Clearly, the greatest Carpenter film, nay, the greatest film of all time.
Joe goes over is now just fucking with everybody.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god.
Big Trouble also employed every Asian actor in Hollywood, even Al Young, and
that's
the
fair.
great James Hong as Lopan, of course.
All right. Actually, funny thing, and it ties into last month's the May Street Science Theater.
Yeah.
The what's his name from Samurai Cop?
Yeah.
Is one of the no, not Robert Zadar. One of the Asian. Yeah, remember the short.
Yes. Yeah.
I was gonna say. Remember the guy in like the black speedo, but that was everybody in Samurai Cop at some point or another. Yeah, he's in it.
Kevin says there's a theory that Eggshell is telling the lawyer in the beginning Jack Burton was a hero as a scapegoat for all the destruction. And then Joe goes over and says, "You leave Jack Burton alone. Peasant magic."
Yeah. Well, I definitely have stirred the pot with this one. I
did.
I'm not. I did go back and I rewatched it, and it just doesn't evoke like a yeah. Like I get there were certain movies of this era I get totally nostalgic about. This one's like, okay.
Yeah, I do.
It's fine. I can definitely see the effort is on the screen. This is not Avatar where they threw a shit ton of money at it. And I'm still like, God, how much more is on this movie? Why are the last 20 minutes the longest 20 minutes of my life?
Hey, I wished I could have shat on the Avatar movies for this, but they're all Christmas films.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the one you were thinking of from some Samurai Cop, Gerald Okamura. Thank you, Joe.
Okay, thank you, Joe. All right, well, let's. I'm just going to step aside real quick and let somebody else give their hottest of hot takes. I believe Joe, you're next.
I am, and
all right.
my next hot take, and this was tough because it could have gone either way, so I just threw both of them in. Top Gun and its sequel, Top Gun Maverick.
Fuck yeah!
All right.
Now, I will be perfectly honest. When I first saw Top Gun in 1986, I thought it was the coolest shit that have ever been put on screen. But then again, I was an 80s child, soaking in all the bullshit. But yeah, with the benefit of hindsight, oh my God, it has got the thinnest of stories, and it is so blatantly obvious, and along with its sequel, that it's just propaganda. They're both 2-hour recruitment ads for the military.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. It's interesting too because when Maverick came out, there aren't as many you don't see a lot of naval recruiting stations anymore.
Right.
Like, I mean, when Top Gun came out, it's like they were just expecting teenagers to just come sign on the dotted line right there. It was Reagan's America, and everything was going to be amazing. Maverick, those stations didn't exist, so they were putting recruiters out at the theater. A guy I worked with was like, this was so annoying because like they've got quotas to hit, and the thing is that most of the guys going to see this movie would not fit in one of those jets. First of all,
Oh my God! Well, it's always I always find it so fascinating when I hear about stories of after Top Gun came out in 1986 that summer, all these people joining the Navy and finding out that no, you're not going to be fighting it. You're not going to be flying an F-14.
Yeah, that was.
You're going to be mopping a deck in some destroyer out in the middle of the Northern Atlantic, freezing your ass off, trying to keep your lunch down.
Well, that was part of it, was that everybody was like, I'm going to join the Navy and fly a plane, and it's like, you could join the Air Force.
Yeah, all right, and here's the thing that confuses me too.
Join
Maybe
the U.S. Chair Force.
Yeah. Could somebody please explain this to me? Because from everything I have been told, and maybe it's just, my anarchist brain here thinking, but you'd think that the Air Force is where they fly the planes. But apparently it's not. The Navy flies the planes. What the hell?
The Navy flies. I will tell you, the Navy flies planes for carriers for power projection. You can't, unless you have a shit ton of Air Force bases.
Gotcha.
Yep. You can't. Projection is really not conducive. So.
I gotcha. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Thank you.
That's why you have aircraft carriers for power projection, not actual useful purposes.
Yeah.
And that's my sort of like radical. As I've gotten older, I've gotten a little bit more radical.
Were we supposed to get more conservative when we get older?
Joe brings up every woman I dated in the 90s had a VHS of Top Gun somewhere in the house. Such a gay-coded film, but so popular with the ladies.
I've never seen it.
I've seen it like once off of TV, and the only thing I remember about it was it being my introduction to French kissing.
Okay.
When they were like doing that profile, and I saw the tongue come out, I'm like, oh. You could do that?
That's how that works. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. And Joe also brings up, I remember the spoof of Top Gun from Mad Magazine. Most of it centered on how old Kelly McGillis was. She was 31 in the film, but 5 years older than Tom Cruise.
Again, I don't. Yeah, sure. Please go ahead and tell me that Kelly McGillis was not a smoke show in 1986.
Oh my gosh, it was a smoke show. Oh God! And how that midget Tom always went in, even in 1986, like how the hell that midget get her?
Yeah. But go ahead, Joe. Sorry, I'm still in Nick's thunder here.
No, but then Maverick comes out, and it's like, and it's the perfect encapsulation of the gerontocracy we're stuck in, where boomers are loath to let go of anything to the new generation.
Yeah. So much so that let a 60-year-old man fly a jet.
Right. We have a 64-year-old man who should have been drummed out of the Navy 2 decades ago. I'm sorry. This is my military upbringing showing through. Yep. It's like I'm watching this. I'm like, that's bullshit. If he refuses a promotion, he would have gotten kicked out of the Navy. He would have been forced into retirement. What the fuck? What kind of bullshit is this? Let alone oh God. When Top Gun came out in 1986, it was rightfully praised for its aerial sequences because they stuck cameras on these planes and flew them. Now Maverick, thanks to the magic of CGI. F-18s are doing things that physics say, nope, you cannot do that.
Yep. What's funny too is that I remember when it came out, and it like when Top Gun Maverick came out, it crossed the $1 billion mark, and everyone was like, "Oh man, cinema's back!" And I'm like,
No.
"Did you just forget that Spider-Man came out like 6 months ago and like it like crossed almost? I think it made almost $2 billion. Are we forgetting that and just giving the Duke to Top Gun?
Oh, we forget that every Disney Star Wars movie has nearly every one of them has made over $1 billion.
They every all of not Mandalorian, but yes, every and Solo, but everyone, yes, exactly.
And it's like, no, cinema's never gone away. It's just
it's changed. It's changed, but yeah, it's like
it's the Chud. It was the Chud fantasy come to life.
Yep, and Maverick is just one of those things. And the thing is, too, I'm not a big Miles Teller fan. So,
oh, God, I forgot he was in it. And Glenn Powell. Oh, and how quickly has Glenn Powell disappeared off the face of the earth?
Oh, well, you would say that he went running, man.
Oh, God.
Nothing? Nothing on that? Thank you, Catherine. I was going to expect some kind of reaction for that terrible joke.
I'll put it in a rim shot.
Okay, thanks. What does Joe have to say here?
Well, Joe says, dude, I've always thought it was weird that the Navy had planes. And Kevin says, Air Force used to be actually part of the Army.
Yes.
Joe says,
I'll believe that because Kevin's retired Army.
No, it used to be. Military upbringing. The Air Force used to be the Army Air Corps up until 1947 when it was separated and made into its own service.
Joe brings up Army should be ground troops and tanks, Navy should be boats, Air Force should be planes, Marine should be peeling potatoes. Sorry, I grew up in a Navy household.
I grew up in an Army household.
Oh boy, I got a retired Marine coworker who's got words for that too.
Oh man. Well, the only thing I remember about the Marines is it's from the movie A Few Good Men when Tom Cruise. It was another Tom Cruise movie where he's talking to Kiefer Sutherland. He's like, "You don't like the Navy, do you?" He's like, "No, I love the Navy. Whenever we have to go somewhere and fight, you're so kind to give us a ride."
Like I said, I grew up in an Army household, and my mom called them crayon eaters. So,
All right. Joe says cinema isn't dead. Going to the theaters on life support, maybe. That's a tough one. I don't like having to reserve my seats, which is a pain in the ass. But like, I love still going to the movies and clutching the popcorn and doing all that stuff. I've seen 2 movies this summer already. We're going to another one this week. So.
Oh, and Spider-Man's coming out soon. So
yeah, Spider-Man's coming at the end of the month. And by the way, Supergirl is really good. So.
Yeah, for me, it's just getting in and out of the Mall at Whitney Field is just a pain in the ass.
I understand because you actually got to drive through the Popeyes drive-through to get out of it. Apparently,
yeah. Coming from Lunenburg is a pain in the ass.
Okay, probably tiny words with just 1 or 2 syllables.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, what? I got Catherine's.
Kevin says,
Go ahead.
I got Catherine's Marine friend a box of 128 crayons for his birthday.
Nice.
I'm too old to go to, and then Joe says, I'm too old to go to the theaters. I don't want to be too far away from my bidet. That's why I made my living room its own giant screen and a good sound system.
Very nice.
Fair enough.
Very nice. Well, my son loves going to the movies. So that's kind of our thing now. Anyway, let's continue, shall we? Joe, do you have anything else you want to say about Top Gun before we all get recruited to peel potatoes somewhere in the hull of the lower hull of a naval battleship somewhere?
Yeah, no kidding. Nope, I'm good.
All right, cool. Mike, I believe you're up next.
Yeah. For one, I'm not sure why this one was a summer movie. It should have come out a few more months later, but I think it's going to be another hot take. But I think The Shining, 1980, is overpraised.
I think actually no. Stephen King's going to agree with you on that one.
Oh, I know Stephen King agrees with me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
he's not a fan. He's not a fan.
Yeah, I first saw that. I think it was last year, Andy.
80s. No, 2 years ago. It's been almost 2 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
It's just I don't know why it's called The Shining, because Danny's power has little to absolutely nothing to do with this movie. It does nothing other than call Halloran in and gets him killed.
Well, actually, if you've read the book, you'd
Oh no,
understand
I
that one of the
I know I know about the book, but I'm saying this movie.
One of the okay. Well, I don't know about the movie because I've maybe watched it,
Yeah.
but one of the things that powers the terrors in there is him.
Oh yeah. See that I know because I've seen the this miniseries with Steven Weber, and that follows the book much more closely.
Yeah.
This
Oh,
one.
so
the
Danny's
ghost-
the one who powers the hallucinations.
Yeah, the ghosts kind of gain their power, but from Danny Shining.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
But not in the Stanley Kubrick one. No, the ghosts are pretty much inconsequential. They don't really do anything. What really is like basically Jack goes there, starts drinking again, then he goes nuts and tries to kill everybody.
Well, I'm
The
still under the
ghost-
impression that the whole movie was just made so Stanley Kubrick could just drive Shelley Duvall insane.
Yeah, Joe goes over and says, I have mixed feeling. I like The Shining, but fuck Stanley Kubrick for abusing Shelley Duvall.
Fair.
There we go.
Fair. Good point.
And plus the ending makes no flipping sense. He chases Danny into a hedge maze with an axe, trying to kill him, and then he ends up there frozen. I'm sorry, if you've got an axe, you're never lost in a hedge maze. You make your own exit.
It's no longer a maze.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of obstacles for you to get out. That's it, and very easily you can knock them out. And this Kubrick. Some people call him an auteur. Some people say he's an artistic filmmaker. I just thought he was boring as fuck. He had so many scenes where it's just, is anything going to happen? No, okay, no. It's just people looking like Jack Nicholson looking really demented. Okay, yeah, just put a camera on Jack Nicholson.
It's just Jack Nicholson on a day.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So-
especially at this era of Jack Nicholson as well.
Yeah, and I mean, like, how many caretakers are going to die before the people that actually own the hotel are like, maybe we should just close it up for the winter? You know, how many deaths are we going to have here?
Well, the thing is that they have to keep it from blowing up, which this caretaker fails to do.
Yeah, well, not in the movie. Not in the movie.
Yeah, it doesn't blow up in the
The book
Oh,
of The
okay.
Shining and the movie of The Shining, very little to do with each other.
right.
Very, very little. Joe goes over as whenever I was downloading torrents, sometimes I just stick my fingers up to my lips and say, "Danny's not here, Mrs. Torrance."
Wah, wah.
I would bet you hate 2001 if you thought. Oh no, I do hate 2001. I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
It's awful.
Okay. All right, so I just recently rewatched A Clockwork Orange, and I'm like, I feel like Kubrick is directing a movie in his head, not understanding how it's going to look on film, even though he takes thousands of takes. And I'm like trying to figure out what my favorite Kubrick movie might be. And it might actually be Dr. Strangelove, which is before he actually was able to wield the power of being a director's director. It's really tough for me to think about that. But yeah, I think that the Shining is a Stanley Kubrick joint through and through, and not a Stephen King story.
Kevin says hedges.
Oh,
Hedges
jeez.
are actually pretty thick and tough. Tanks in World War II couldn't drive through them. Yeah, but tanks don't have axes.
Now they have treads, and he's pointing out that the fact that they will
Yeah.
just demolish things like concrete
Yeah.
curbing. Yeah, no, when you were like, you just axe your way through it, and I was like, actually, having wielded an axe, they're kind of a pain in the neck. I would not use an axe on a hedge. That's why people don't use axes on hedges. They use hedge clippers.
Mm.
But yeah, Joe says, have you ever met a rich person that'll sacrifice any number of poor caretakers?
Yeah, it's fair.
Yep.
Can you
Yeah,
at
good
least
point.
say you like the Wendy Carlos soundtrack for The Shining? It's fine. I saw it once, and whenever I watch a movie the first time, the soundtrack is not the thing that kind of
Right.
like comes to me, unless it's like a John Williams like standout score. So I would have to watch it a few more times in order to really kind of appreciate the soundtrack, and I really don't fucking care to watch it any more times.
Yeah, it's Wendy
Hi, Joe.
Carlos, and Wendy Carlos is fantastic. So I'll give her, I'll give her the praise that she deserves, because she does really well with electronic atmospheric scores. So again, putting on my movie nerd hat. Anything else, or before we wrap this up with Catherine, because Catherine's got a big one as well.
And a big hot take.
Oh yeah.
I'm done.
Okay,
Go ahead,
Catherine.
All right, here
The
I'm
floor is
bringing
yours.
it. Why the fuck do people like Shrek? Let's talk about vanity projects. This is Mike Myers' vanity project, jukebox musical bullshit.
I will say, out of all of the movies in the series, the first one is the only one I'd be willing to watch again. The second one, the only thing I liked in the second one was Puss in Boots, and I never bothered after that.
This is all right. So it's interesting. So first of all, this had been in like production hell for years before Mike Myers even jumped in. This was one of those infamous. Chris Farley was involved, so it's cursed because he died. Things. Yeah. Oh yeah. Before they brought Mike Myers in. I remember seeing the trailer for Shrek 25 years ago, and I'm like, oh, that's a very interesting way to animate a movie. Okay, I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. And truth be told, when I saw it, I enjoyed it. That animation has aged horrifically.
Oh, poorly.
They're using that.
Poorly.
So we're watching like the behind the scenes series on HBO about the House of the Dragon called the House Dragons Built. And they show like crowd scenes and the CG animatics that they use for crowd scenes, and they look just like all the human characters in the first Shrek movie.
Joe says, I like Shrek, but I 100% understand why people can hate it. It's like the Minions movies.
It's all right, Catherine. Go ahead. This was your pick, so please delve further.
It just sucked. Like, it's not my sense of humor, so I'm not gonna like it. Period. And there was like nothing. There was no heartfelt redeemingness to it. Like I enjoy Wayne's World because it's got stuff in there that I can grab onto.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just
when
I watched it and I was like, so I never need to watch this again. And I kept seeing sequel after sequel after sequel after sequel after spin-off after sequel. I'm like, what the fuck?
When I think of my favorite moments from Shrek, none of them involve Shrek, Fiona, and honestly, not even Donkey. Like
there are a few donkey quotes I will still quote.
Yeah, but I mean, Lord Farquaad was fantastic. Was hilariously funny.
Mm-hmm.
The Gingerbread Man is hilariously funny. I'm sorry, that whole do you know the Muffin Man bit? I crack up every time.
Yeah,
but that's one of the few moments in that movie that actually does crack me up every single time.
Yes.
And Joe goes over and says, it would have bombed if Farley had lived to voice it. I guess my hot take would be would get me hated, as I think Chris Farley kind of sucked. I'm not saying he sucked, but his acting was awful. No,
Okay.
no, I don't think he was a good actor. No.
No, I can definitely see that he had a type.
Yeah.
I think for me, when it comes to Shrek, it's like that first movie aged terribly. I actually prefer the second movie primarily because I think Puss in Boots was a very needed addition to it, especially if you're a cat owner.
Puss in Boots is the only thing I liked in that second movie. I thought he was fantastic, but everything else was awful.
The Puss in Boots: The Last Wish apparently is fantastic. I've never gotten around to watching it, but it's fantastic. But I think like they found a very comfortable rhythm to get into. That's like when Catherine brought up the stuff about the musicals and stuff. They did that. So like they have the whole I'm a believer thing at the end of the first movie, and then I think it was during Shrek 2. They actually put a thing on the extras where they had a karaoke party hosted by Sir Simon Cowell.
Of course.
Sir?
And it just I believe he's a sir now. Well, if this is medieval times, he would have totally been a sir. Are you kidding me? Everybody is a sir, and David Beckham has been knighted. But it would be, they would just keep doing these things where they'd have like their karaoke thing, and it's just like everybody's interpretation in character of pop songs. And it's just like, oh, we're doing this. And I swear to God, that's what begat the Sing series from Illumination Studios.
Joe says, my favorite Shrek moment wasn't even in the first movie. I love the princess attack / jailbreak moment in Shrek 2 when they played the immigrant song.
Yeah.
Jukebox musical.
He says Shrek 2 is greater than Shrek.
Yeah.
The DVD for Shrek 2 had a karaoke. And God, I fucking hate Simon Cowell. This is why we get along good, Joe.
Yeah. I mean, I remember seeing 3 at a drive-in. 4, I think I watched once. There's another one coming out soon, and everybody's bitching and moaning about they changed up the animation.
Yeah, it looks like AI.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen anything. That was like a year ago they were started releasing footage for that. So I don't know. It's just I think my interest has waned. Even my kids are like, yeah, second one's fine. But yeah,
Kevin says princess attack scene is awesome and kaiju gingerbread man.
There.
I mean, I just like that. I just like saying that kaiju gingerbread man.
Oh boy. Well, Catherine, I think this was a good one to end us with because I think we all had some. Actually, I don't know, Joe. Did you have any opinions about this one?
Yeah, I'm ambivalent. I'm really kind of agnostic about Shrek. I'm like, yeah, it's a movie.
A lot of it's the DreamWorks Illumination, and I clump them together because they're technically the same companies. It's just that animation rut of, hey, this works. Let's continue doing the exact same thing over and over again.
Yeah, basically.
It's not good. Like there was some groundbreaking animation happening, and they weren't doing it.
Yeah. So anyway, and then Disney was like, you think we're the evil empire? Well, fuck you. We're putting out Frozen. Enjoy.
Yeah.
And Joe goes over and says, be good.
Are you saying E.T. is overpraised? It is a summer movie after all, Joe.
You know what? That's fair.
The thing is, I love E.T. Every time I get like cynical about E.T., I watch it and then I'm like,
yeah.
So I can never
seen that.
When the flower comes back to life.
I've seen clips, but I have not seen that since theaters. I did
really.
I did read there was a sequel book that I read.
Yes.
I went on the sequel ride at Universal, and it was awful. It's the most boring ride I've ever been on in my life.
If it was based on the book, I can imagine so.
Joe goes over and says, I seem to recall them bragging in the behind the scenes for Shrek that they had to tone down the animation for human Fiona because it was too realistic. Bullshit.
That means her boobies bounce too much, I assume.
Sure, Jan.
And literally the only line that he remembers from E.T. And watch out. And then Kevin says, watch out, those FBI agents have walkie-talkies.
Hey, they got their guns back. I'll say that straight up. They got their guns back.
I've
in
never
subsequent
seen the
releases.
walkie-talkie edit.
I have the walkie-talkie edit on DVD.
As well.
Yeah. Oh, it's silly. But the problem is that it's the only I bought when I bought ET. I swear to God, we're going to be closing this up in a second. When I bought the DVDs for ET, you got both versions of it. So you got the handgun-less version, and you got the handgun version. But the thing is, I had a really great surround sound system at the time. So if you wanted to fully employ the surround sound, you needed to watch the special edition version.
Oy.
Yeah, it was only like I think it was Dolby 2.0 on the original cut.
That's I could totally see that. It's like if you wanted to watch the version of Muppet Christmas Carol with the damn song that ends up in the reprise, you had to watch the full screen version. You couldn't watch the widescreen version. Until now. Yeah. Thank you, Disney Plus. Anyway, straight and put the original song in so that you can have
Cameron Diaz was the worst part of, and Joe writes, Cameron Diaz was the worst part of the Shrek franchise. Yes, I never felt like her heart was ever in it.
Speaking of which, his next comment, the others brought heart to their roles. Anyone could have replaced Diaz.
Pretty much, but she had just done something about Mary, so.
Wasn't she about to retire after that?
I thought so, but
was she
not.
retired after Gangs in New York, I want to say.
And then
she kept coming back for Shrek.
Well, she kept coming back for Shrek money, and there was also all the Charlie's Angels movies.
Yeah.
Apparently, Joe is still salty that they only released the full frame version of the Powerpuff Girls on movie on DVD. That would make anyone salty.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, guys, great conversation. I appreciate all of you. This was fun. Joe, thanks for joining us and commenting. Kevin, thank you. Jonna, thanks for joining us as well. So next month, we're going to wrap up our summer by talking about what each of us would have for our ideal dream summer vacation. You have now got consequence-free money. Where do you spend that money in terms of your summer vacation? So I'd be really give it some thought here, because this is a good one. And again, consequence-free money. You can do whatever you want. So think about that. Anybody in the chat, think about that as well. You join us and let us know what your thoughts are on where you would go with that. And feel free, if you're joining us for the first time, thank you. Thank you to everybody who's joining us right now in the live feed. The pro version will be out in a few weeks. But you can check out our archive wherever you get your podcasts. Also, don't forget, it's Mike and I do host our retro. What? What'd I say?
I'm laughing at Kevin's comment.
Okay. Catherine says burning down data centers. Oh, hey, you know what? With consequence-free money, that's a lot of bail.
Yep.
Yeah.
And good lawyers.
Yes.
Yeah.
So anyway, that just reminds me of a Steve Sheaves thing I just saw about voter remorse, the voter remorse hotline. Yeah, no, I know Freedom 250 sucked. Yeah, you want to do something about it? Fuck up the Statue of Liberty. No, just seriously, just fuck up the Statue of Liberty. Remember in 1986 when it celebrated its 100th anniversary? That was like a second swing at the bicentennial apple. No, do it. Just fuck it up. Well, just say something else. Somebody else did it. If you get arrested, don't get arrested. Oh, you're going to say I told you because they recorded the call. Okay, yeah, all right, yeah, bye. Hey, Peg, is Mike on shift right now? Because I need him to erase one of our calls. Yeah, I just repeated that whole thing. If you haven't watched Steve Shaves on YouTube, he's amazing. So please go do that. But also, speaking of YouTube, check out Mike and my retro movie reviews. For the month of July, we are doing big, bombastic 80s sci-fi fantasy. So far, we have discussed Conan the Barbarian and heavy metal. And I'm sorry about making you watch that, Mike. And this week, if you're listening to the live feed, this week we're going to be doing Beastmaster.
I've got ferrets in my pants already.
Oh,
yep.
Apparently, Catherine has thoughts.
My mother had 100 Andre Norton books. Beastmaster was they bought the title and what they could get out of the property and ruined it in the movie. Oh,
well, that's what Stanley Kubrick did with The Shining.
Yep.
I won't spoil our review of it. All I'm just going to say right now, Goofy Conan. That's what the movie is. It's Goofy. It's Goofy Conan. So we got that going on this month. And if you want to follow us on the socials, we are at Geek Salad Podcast on Facebook and at Geek Salad Radio on the Blue Ski. So join us there. And everybody in the chat, thank you so much for driving our conversation tonight. We always appreciate that. And until next time, I'm Andy.
I'm Mike.
I'm Joe.
I'm Catherine.
Go forth and be nerdful. And for God's sakes, clean up after yourselves. This is the theater. I'm not your mother. Go forth, be nerdful, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.